Evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for tuning in. Championship game, Class 2A, North Division. We'll mention we welcome you to today's education-based Indiana High School Athletic Association Varsity Boys Baseball. As mentioned, championship game getting ready to happen. It's going to be the Lakeland Lakers. They will be the home team going against the Bluffton Tigers. Bluffton Tigers be the visiting team. They are occupying the first base dugout. They are taking their infield outfield practice right now. Lakeland Lakers have already taken theirs. And in baseball here on a Saturday, looking for a good game here in the championship game. North Territory here in Class 2A. We'll mention a little bit about what's going on today in Class 2A. We'll talk about the South Division University High School. They went against Evansville Mater Dei. Mater Dei, number one in Class 2A. Mater Dei got the win 6-2. That was the 11 o'clock game at Lawrence Central High School. And then in the second game at Lawrence Central, 2 o'clock game, Heritage Christian went against Sullivan. Sullivan got the win 2-0. And those two teams are getting ready to play right now. They're going to play an 8 o'clock ball game at Lawrence Central. Evansville Mater Dei at number one in Class 2A. Sullivan at number 6. And right here at Oak Hill High School, we'll let you know happening tonight. We'll let you know that earlier today, 11 a.m. contest. It was number 4 LCC Lafayette Central Catholic going against number 12 Bluffton, the Bluffton Tigers. It went to the bottom of the 7th inning before the score happened. It's a 1-0 contest. Bluffton got the win. So Bluffton going to play here as the visiting team on the scoreboard, the 8 o'clock game, and also 2 p.m. this afternoon right here at Oak Hill. It was number 3 Eastbrook and number 16 Lakeland. Lakeland got the win, and I didn't write that down. I'll mention Lakeland did get the win. It was a good ball game. I'm thinking it was 9-4. No, 9-5, and there was a home run in the ball game. Lakeland was down 2-0. Then they got a 2-run homer, and they went up from there. So Lakeland going to be the home team on the scoreboard at number 16 in Class 2A. We'll mention Bluffton. They're 18-10 on the season. Lakeland Lakers, they are 22-8. So baseball here on a Saturday night. We'll also mention this game is being brought to you. Radio coverage, audiosportsonline.net. That's ASO. That's Rob Kendall. You can find Rob Kendall weekdays, 9 a.m. to 12 noon. You can find him at robkendallshow.com. Just go to robkendallshow.com. You'll enjoy Rob, and you'll learn quite a bit from Mr. Rob Kendall. So we'll mention a little bit about each school. First, we'll talk about the visiting team on the scoreboard. That's the Bluffton Tigers. Bluffton Tigers, their school enrollment is 507. They're in Class 2A, sectional 36. There were 6 in their sectional. Their sectional took place at South Adams High School. Sectional final, it was Bluffton 14. Woodland Warriors 0. It was a 5-inning game. Bluffton got 11 runs in the second inning. They went on to the regional last Saturday, the 6th of June. That was at Northwood High School. Regional competition. It was Bluffton 9, Bremen Lions 0. And they're playing here tonight. They got the win earlier today, so they're playing for the championship game. Bluffton Tigers. Their principal at Bluffton High School is Stacy Morrison. The athletic director is Steve Thompson. The assistant athletic director is Justin Updegraff, and the athletic secretary is Kelly Kistler. Bluffton High School is located at 1 Tiger Trail, Bluffton, Indiana, 46714. You can dial them by telephone at 260-824-3724. On the web, you can find them at Bluffton Athletic, plural.net. They wear the collars black and crimson. They perform in the Allen County Athletic Conference. There are 7 teams in the Allen County Conference, and they are Adams Central, the Flying Jet, Bluffton, the Tigers, Heritage, the Patriot, Jay County, the Patriot, South Adams, Starfires, Southern Wells, the Raiders, and Woodland, they are the Warriors. Bluffton Tigers currently 18 wins, 10 losses on the season. They finished the conference at 5-1. They finished second place out of the 7 teams in the Allen County Conference. And they have a 4-game win streak intact. And they are 5-4 at home, 8-6 on the road. And they're now 5-0 on a neutral site. And we'll talk a little bit about the Lakeland Lakers. They're having a plate meeting right now. It is 7:52 on the wristwatch. Lakeland Lakers, they have a school enrollment of 540. Class 2A, they came out of sectional 35, 6 in that section. Their path to the championship game right here tonight. Sectional championship. Lakeland got the win over Central Noble, 11-5. Regional competition last Saturday. Lakeland got the win over Hebron, 7-6. And semi-state final right here tonight. It's going to be Lakeland and Bluffton. Lakeland High School, their principal is Jason Shakow. The athletic director is Ryan Yoder. The athletic secretary is Melissa Pettit. Lakeland High School is located at 805 East, 075 North. That's in LaGrange, Indiana, 46761. You can reach them by telephone by dialing 260-499-2470. On the website, you can go to anchordownlakers.com. Their other website is hs.lakelandlakers.org. They wear the collars white, red, and Columbia blue. They perform in the Northeast Corner Conference. They have a big school division and a small school division. Northeast Corner Conference. In the big school, it is Angola, Fairfield, Garrett, Lakeland, West Noble. In the small school division of the Northeast Corner Conference, it is Central Noble, Cherubusco, Eastside, Fremont, Prairie Heights. The head coach for the Lakeland Lakers is Mr. Michael Isaacs. And I'm there. We'll listen to the public address right now. He's giving some rules happening right here. IHSAA rules. And we do thank you for tuning in. We'll mention hosting this semi-state tournament, IHSAA baseball. Class 2A North, semi-state, Oak Hill High School. Oak Hill High School, they have a school enrollment of 538. Their school was founded in 1959. Their address for this school is 7765 West Delphi Pike, number 27, Converse, Indiana, 46919. You can find them on the website at oakhillathletics.com. They wear the collars at Oak Hill, Navy, and Vegas Gold. And we'll mention the principal at Oak Hill High School is Brad Smith. The athletic director is Ryan Fagan. The athletic secretary is Rachel Bright. They perform in the Central Indiana Conference. There are 8 teams in the conference, and they are the Alexandria Tigers, Blackford Bruins, Eastbrook Panthers, Elwood Panthers, Frankton Eagles, Madison Grant Argyles, Mississinawa Indians, and the Oak Hill Golden Eagles. So they're introducing the lineups right now. They're talking about Bluffton. We'll mention the parameters here on the field. It is a beautiful field. It is synthetic turf. It looks nice. They've got brown dirt. It's actually made out of turf. It is a dark brown. So where you would see dirt on a ball field, it's dark brown turf. They've got a nice warning track. They do have a lot of foul territory. A lot of baseballs can be caught. Normally they go out of play, but right here, a lot of foul territory to catch baseballs. And we'll mention down the line, left field line, it's 315 feet. In left center field, 340. That is right below the scoreboard. In center field, 365. And in right field, 340. I should say right center field is 340. Right field line is 315. They got the lights on. Lights are on prior to the game. Bluffton Tigers, Lakeland Lakers. So they're going to introduce the home team, Bluffton Tigers. Bluffton Tigers going to be introduced right here. And we'll mention today's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Round Tripper Academy. Round Tripper Academy, that is the premier academy for baseball training. It's in Westfield, Indiana, just across town from Grand Park. Round Tripper Academy, you can find them at roundtripper.com. Their owner is Chris Estep. Chris Estep, a 1985 graduate from Carmel High School. Round Tripper Sports Academy opened its doors in the fall of 1993. The vision was to become the premier facility for baseball training in central Indiana. 30 years and tens of thousands of student athletes later, they have become a mainstay for elite athletes throughout the Midwest and central Indiana. Their mission has been to help every athlete reach his or her fullest potential. You can reach Round Tripper by phone. Their phone number is 317 896 2900. Again, that's 317 896 2900. And you can find him at info@roundtripper.com. Info@roundtripper.com. We're getting ready for our national anthem. And we're going to set this down. And so we're going to set this down, getting ready for the national anthem. So they're going to have the anthem. We're listening to public address. He is a Vikings fan. Met him a couple of years ago. And that's a good thing. So we're going to set this down for our national anthem. So we play our national anthem. That was our national anthem. I'll tell you what, everybody in the whole place during the anthem, they were on the same page. But right now, they are not. It's going the other way. So we'll mention on the pitcher's mound, going to pitch here in the first inning, top of the first inning for Lakeland Lakers. He did finish the game versus Eastbrook earlier, the 2 o'clock game. He went to the last inning. He closed the game. I was talking to his dad. His dad taking photographs here at the ballpark. And his dad told me he'd probably start the next game. And his dad is exactly right. The Lakeland Lakers going with Garrett Pierre. Garrett Pierre, he wears number 1. Garrett Pierre going to pitch right now for the Lakeland Lakers. And we'll go around the diamond. Go around the diamonds with the Lakers. And I'm going to get some warm-up tosses. Garrett Pierre, his catcher. Number 8, Levi Cook at first base. Number 17, Braden Holbrook. Take that back. Braden Holbrook play first base. Number 12 at second base, it's Dylan Bateman. Shortstop is Kian Arroyo, and now he'll wear number 7. Third base, number 32, Carter Kraut. In left field, number 14, Trenton Williams. In center field, number 3, Cole Reel. And in right field, number 2, Bruce Richard. So we're going to step in right now and begin this ball game. 8:02 on the wrist. Stepping in, first batter in the ball game. He'll be the leadoff batter in the ball game. Bluffton Tiger, number 3, Axton Best. Axton Best, he caught game 1 today. He'll play third base in this game. Right-handed batter. Peering in, looking at signals. First wind up, here's the pitch. Swung on and go to right field. It's going to get the gap. It's going to make it to the wall. He'll round first base. He'll probably stand up at second base. And the ball thrown in from center fielder, Cole Reel, and a 2-base hit to start the game out. First pitch of the ball game. Axton Best is at second base. So third base coach giving some information to Axton Best. Given the digits, they go by a card. They look in their back pocket. They look at their wrist. They go by a 3-digit system rather than signals from the third base coach. So stepping in, number 11, A.J. Strevler. A.J. Strevler playing the shortstop position. Out of set, Pierre, first pitch. He's going to take it to right field. Again, it's going to drop in a base hit. Going to be picked up by Cruz Richard. Going to send him around third base, coming in to slide head first. First run of the ball game, scored by Bluffton. Number 3, Axton Best scores a run and a base hit and an RBI off the bat of number 11, A.J. Strevler. So stepping in, we're going to see the 3-hitter. He wears number 5, Colton Arnold. Colton Arnold, he'll do the pitching in this contest. He'll step in, right-handed batter. So we'll tap the play. Runner at first base is A.J. Strevler. Working from a stretch, now the set position. Garrett Pierre, here comes the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, shortstop. They'll try to go to second base. They try to get the force out. Second baseman, Dale Bateman, couldn't hold the baseball. Going to be safe at second. So a fielder's choice and the first error in the ball game. And it belongs to the Lakers. So 2 aboard, first and second base. And I'm Bluffton coach going to send out a pinch runner going out to run. For A.J. Strevler is going to be number 2, Jacob Tephart. He is a junior class member. So 2 aboard, nobody out. Top of the first inning, 1 run in for Bluffton. Runners at first and second base stepping in. 4-hitter, number 14, Griffin Morgan. Griffin Morgan plays first base for Bluffton. They're going to be a pickoff move. Second base, wide right. Safe at second. Pirouette, he went counterclockwise. Right-handed pitcher. Garrett Pierre out of the set position. Out of the set, he'll check second. Here's the pitch. Swung on, foul ball. Back to the net. They've got a net right here. Saves a lot of baseballs. It's probably about 30 feet from ground level to the top. It goes from dugout to dugout. Saves a lot of baseballs. No souvenir balls in this game. It's already been spoken. By public address, all baseballs are going to be returned. Here comes a pitch from Pieri. Going to pop one to center field. Right at the center fielder, Cole Real. They're going to tag from second base. Going to cut the throw, but the shortstop, Ian Aurora. And the out is recorded. The catch in center field by Cole Real. So staying put at first base. Runner moves to third base on the tag up. One out, stepping in to bat for Bluffton. Five hitter was number 18, Abram Garrett. He'll play second base, stepping out in front of the home plate catcher, Levi Cook. Going to give some information to his infield. Signals given. You step back behind the dish. So stepping in, tapping the plate, Abram Garrett. Two aboard, first and third base. We're at the top of the first inning. One run in for Bluffton. Here and in, look at the signals. Now the set position. Garrett Pieri. Alicetti. Here comes the pitch. Going to foul this one back out of play. No balls, one strike, one out. A lot of folks on hand here. The bleachers are full behind home plate. And they've got a nice elevated mound behind the home run fence. The home run fence is probably about 8 feet tall. They're sitting in bleachers and sitting on the lawn in lawn chairs. Timeout called. Bluffton Tiger, five hitter, number 18, Abram Garrett. So we'll step back in. A lot of folks here watching this semi-state ball game. North Territory. Alice said, Peoria, here's the pitch. Pieri, I should say, ground ball, second base. They'll go 4-6-3, and they'll get the double play and get out of the inning. So ground ball, they go 4-6-3. Bateman to Arroyo, and then across the diamond to Holbrook. And Lakeland Tigers get out of the inning. So Bluffton picks up one run. At top of the first. We'll go to the bottom of the first inning. And we'll mention a little bit about the Bluffton Tigers. Bluffton Tigers doing the pitching today is number 5, Colton Arnold. Colton Arnold, he'll do the pitching for the Bluffton Tigers. Colton Arnold is a member of the senior class. 6'3", 165. He's a slim young man. But he'll get warmed up as we listen to some Rick Springfield. Rick Springfield, I tell you what, for 75, he's still rock. And he's got that guitar. And he plays very well. But we'll mention around the diamond for the Bluffton Tigers. Colton Arnold, he'll do the pitching, wearing number 5. The catcher is number 10, Grayson Crowder. At first base, number 14, Griffin Morgan. At second base, number 18, Abram Garrett. At shortstop, number 11, A.J. Strebler. At third base, number 3, Axton Best. In left field, number 6, Chanley Shaw. In center field, number 17, Dawson Lee. And in right field, number 15, Easton Blair. Neither team utilizing the DH. As I say that, we'll mention Bluffton, their catcher number 10 is a catcher DH, but they're going with 9, their batting order. And the out there near second base, the umpires having a little powwow. Behind home plate, the umpire's getting a look at Colton Arnold. He's taking some looks right here behind the catcher, Grayson Crowder. As we listen to Jesse's Girl, I'm sure a lot of young men thinking about Jesse's Girl. It's not good to covet, as you know. That is one of the 10 commandments. But in high school, you're thinking about the other girl that you wish she was your girlfriend, but she's your buddy's girlfriend, and she's off limit. Absolutely. We're getting ready to throw one down to second base. And pretty good music right here. They play a variety of music. They're going to toss one down. Grayson Crowder. They throw it to second base. And they'll put the ball back in the glove of Colton Arnold. First batter for the Lakeland Lakers is going to step in, the one hitter, number 7, Ian Arroyo. So Ian Arroyo going to step in. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Very few signals given. Lakeland Lakers wearing the black jerseys, black pants. They've got the Columbia blue accenting. First pitch from Arnold, swung on. You're going to take it to left field. Going to get a beat on it. You're going to look closer to the line, and the catch is made by Chanley Shaw in left field. First pitch to Lakeland Lakers. Kian Arroyo going to fly out. There's one out. Stepping in for the Lakers, two-hitter number 12, Dylan Bateman. Dylan Bateman, he plays second base. Another right-handed batter for the Lakeland Lakers. Peering in, looking at signals. Out of the wind-up, here comes the pitch. Right down meridian, strike called. No balls, one strike. Step back in as Dylan Bateman. He was number 12. Second baseman, second pitch. From Arnold, low for a ball. Good block there by catcher Grayson Crowd. One ball, one strike, one out. Bottom of the first inning, Lakeland Lakers, the home team. They're in the third base dugout. Here comes the pitch. Low for ball two. 2 balls, 1 strike. Lakeland Lakers, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He'll step back in. Dylan Bateman. Now the windup. There and in, looking at signals. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, ground ball foul. Out in front of the Bluffton Tigers' first base dugout. Tigers wearing the red jerseys. They're wearing the white pants. They've got the white sleeves. Their numbers are black, outlined in white. So chase that ball down as it ricochets down near the right field corner. It's beveled. It's beveled from beyond the dugouts to the home run fence. A lot of foul territory. Here comes the wind, a 2-2 pitch. Going to strike him out. Upstairs, he waved at it. It was out of the strike zone. There are 2 outs. So 2 outs, stepping in. We're going to see the 3-hitter, number 1, Garrett Pieri. Garrett Pieri doing the pitching for Lakeland in this ballgame. Garrett Pieri going to step in. Right-handed batter. Here comes a pitch. He'll take it to right field. Going to get a lot of it. It'll be fly ball. It's going to be called for by the right fielder, and he'll make an acrobatic catch. Long way to catch that one. Might have been easier caught by the center fielder, but they're going to get out of the inning. So Bluffton retires the side. Lakeland comes up with no runs in the bottom of the first. After 1 complete, it is Bluffton 1, Lakeland 0. And I will mention, we'll let you know. Got this written down. I got this off of Facebook. I write stuff down once in a while when I think it's interesting to mention during a ball game. Put Me in Sports also does football and basketball. Put Me in Sports did the season, has done that for 11 seasons for Central Catholic Knights baseball. And for football, I think we're getting ready to start our 10th season at Tipton High School. Did 9 seasons prior to those 10 at Hamilton Heights High School. And we do basketball. Going to do it this year with Hamilton Heights basketball. The last 10 seasons, we've been at Tipton High School. We'll mention the 10 greatest athletes of all time. All-time 10 greatest athletes, as you know. Number 1, undisputable, Michael Jordan. At number 2, Muhammad Ali. Number 3, Wayne Gretzky. Number 4, Usain Bolt. I never heard of him. Number 5, Michael Phelps, swimmer. Number 6, Babe Ruth. Number 7, Jim Thorpe, baseball player. Number 8, Bo Jackson, baseball and football. Would have liked him, seen him play more, but he broke that hip. Number 9 is Pele, and number 10 is Joe Montana. Those were according to voters on the top10.com. Stepping in. Top of the second inning. Was left. Going to be the 6-hitter, number 15, Easton Blair. Right fielder, he bats left-handed. Facing the righty, Garrett Pieri. Here's the pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Left-handed batter, Easton Blair. Easton Blair, the right fielder. Second pitch from Pieri, foul ball. He goes opposite way. on the ground out in front of the Bluffton dugout. So count goes 1-1. They'll track that down. So left-handed batter, Ethan Blair, working out of the windup. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Take this one out of play, left side. Count goes 1-2. Blair, the 6th hitter. The 1-0 contest. Bluffton Tigers got one in the top of the first inning. We're in the top of the second inning. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Blair. High and outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strike. Step back in, tap the plate. Clearing in, looking at signals. Garrett Pierre, here comes the 2-2 pitch. You're going to pop this one. Foul ball again, left side, out of play. They're not souvenir baseballs, but he's going to lose several of them. They got a fence right there. Hopefully it'll control the flow. Again, a 2-2 count to Easton Blair. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. Might have been a breaking pitch. Backdoor curveball. Speaking of the word Easton, I have a grandson named Easton Elbrecht. He's 6. He likes sports. Soccer, baseball, football. Here comes the 3-2. Swung on to take a shot. Shortstop, short hop, glove it. They'll throw across the diamond, and a nice play by Kean O'Roy, the shortstop. That was a short hop on the run. The Royals made a good play. And there's one out for Bluffton. Here at the top of the first inning. Just stepping in, we're going to see number 10, Grayson Crowder. Grayson Crowder, 7-hitter, playing the catcher's position. Giving a little break to Axton Best. From the windup. Garrett Pierre, here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled this one right side, out of play. No balls, 1 strike. Pretty good sized young man, Grayson Crowder. I would guess he's on the football team. Here and in, looking to say Garrett Pierre, long pier. Here comes the wind. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Full swing, ground ball, third baseline. It's a fair ball right on the line. And a good play from Carter Crouch. He'll glove it behind third base. Goes across the diamond, gets the put it with Braden's full. So with 2 out, stepping in for the Bluffton Tigers. Going to be the 8-hitter, number 6, Stanley Shaw. He is the left fielder. Stanley Shaw stepping in, left-handed batter, working from the windup. Here comes the pitch from Pierre. Outside, just missed. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Steps back in. Peering in, looking at say Garrett Pierre. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Right across the dish. Outside half, strike call. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. There's 2 outs. We're in the top of the second inning. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. Pretty good eyesight right there by the home plate umpire. They have been moving around the diamond. 3rd game of the day. I think they're moving clockwise. Not quite sure. Here comes the wind, the 2-1 pitch. You going to take it over the shortstop's head. It's going to drop in, a base hit. Going to be picked up by center fielder Cole Reel. And a base hit off the bat of Stanley Shaw. Stanley Shaw is at first base with 2 outs. So next batter, we're going to see the 9-hitter, number 17, Dawson Lee. Dawson Lee, right-handed batter. We've got a guy right here beside me. He's from Fort Wayne. He's doing the ball game. He's taking photographs. He's going to do an article. Fort Wayne newspaper. Borrowing my table. That's quite all right. 2 outs. Out of that, here comes the pitch. Right across the dish. Strike called. No balls, 1 strike. 9-hitter, number 17, Dawson Lee. Center fielder. We're going to outstretch. Going to be a pickoff move. First base. Back safely is Stanley Shaw. So no balls, 1 strike. Right-handed batter, Dawson Lee. Peering in, looking at a single, checks first base, out of the stretch. Now the set position. Long set. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Austin Lee in disbelief. It was a breaking pitch. Must have got the inside half. It was knee high. Count goes 0-2 to Dawson Lee. 2 outs. We're in the top of the second inning. Now the set position. Garrett Pieri. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Pieri. Swung on, going to be a base hit to right field. Over the first baseman's head. That was Holbrook. Goes into left right field. He couldn't hold it. Had to pick it up a second time. Cruz Richard, right fielder. And Shaw, that's Stanley Shaw, will round second, and he's at third base. So he's at third base now. We're going to see the one-hitter, Bluffton Tigers. That's number 3, Axton Best. Axton Best going to step in 26 games, 103 plate appearances, 78 at-bats. Axton Best batting .462. That right-handed batter's box, .573 on base. He leads the team with 36 hits in 26 games, 19 singles, 9 doubles, no triples. He has 8, count them, 8 home runs on the season, 28 RBI. He's got a guy at third base, Stanley Shaw, doing the base running. Alice said, Garrett Pieri, here comes the pitch. Low for ball 1. Right-handed batter. I did see him after the first game. I talked to him a little bit. Talked about that blonde hair. And yes, he let me know that not half his team bleached their hair. They've got blonde hair, and he's one of them. So we're going to stretch. Now the set position. Pieri, here comes the pitch. High for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Number 3, Axton Best. First time I've heard the first name Axton. It's B-E-S-T with an E on the end, pronounces it Best. He's a junior class member. 2-0 pitch, breaking pitch in there for a strike. He watched it break, started out at his elbow. Righty facing a righty. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 outs. 2 aboard for Bluffton. They have a runner at first and third base. Stanley Shaw is at third base for Bluffton. 2-1 count out of the set position. Pieri. Let's check the base runner. Here comes a 2-1 pitch. Pitch comes in tight. Might have been a bit above the zone. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Axton Best on the season. He's got 17 base on balls. That's in 26 games. I've got 28 game stats. Don't have all stats. Here comes a pitch. Swung on and take a base hit. Between the gap there at third base and shortstop, it'll get you the grass. Line shot and coming in to score for Bluffton from third base is Stanley Shaw. It's going to be a base hit and an RBI off the bat of Axton Best. Axton Best, according to my notes, picks up RBI number 28. Take that back, 29 RBI for Axton Best. Runners at first and second base, 1 run in for Bluffton here in the top of the second inning. In the batter's box, A.J. Strebler was number 11. Right-handed batter, he'll take one up the middle, a base hit. Going to bounce a couple times into the glove of Cole Reel, coming around to score. Third run of the ball game. Here's number 17, Dawson Lee. Dawson Lee comes around from second base. And A.J. Strebler picks up another RBI. Strebler, the 11 RBI on the season. So again, runners at first and second base with 2 outs. 2 runs in here in the top of the second inning, stepping into bat for Bluffton. He does the pitching. He's number 5, 3-hitter, Colton Arnold. We're going to have a stretch. Now the set position, Garrett Pieri. Let's check second base a couple of times. Here's the pitch. Check swing, foul ball. It's going to go out of play. So check swing, foul ball, strike 1. Count goes 0-1 to Colton Arnold. Where's number 5, Colton Arnold, in 28 games. All 28 games, 110 plate appearances, 98 at-bats, batting .347 in that right-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch. Swung on, ground ball, third base. He'll step on the bag, and that will get Lakeland out of the inning. Force out. So it's going to be a fielder's choice, but not before Bluffton picks up 2 runs in the top of the second. After 1.5, Bluffton 3. Lakeland Lakers 0. Lakeland going to bat here in the bottom of the second inning. We'll also mention this game is in part being brought to you by Fritz. That's Fritz and Fishers. You can hit a home run with a car from Fritz and Fishers. Fritz is knocking it out of the park with great deals this summer. So slide on in and get a deal. You will be safe for sure at Fritz and Fishers. That's fritzandfishers.com. FRITZ. We'll also mention Robin's Nest. Robin's Nest, bringing this contest to you. That is Thorntown's Cozy Coffee Cafe. Robin's Nest, right there. They have a coffee shop. You can get warm breakfast. You can get a hot breakfast. And you can also get lunch there. It's a warm lunch, hot lunch available at Robin's Nest. They're at 102 West Main Street, Thorntown, Indiana, 46071. Robin's Nest. They also have private event rental space right next door. It's a deep, deep space. And then Robin's Nest, they can help you with catering. And you can go and send them a Gmail at Robins with a Z, Robin's Nest Cafe at gmail.com. Stepping in for Lakeland. 4-hitter number 8, Levi Cook, first pitch from Arnold. Across the dish, strike called. So no balls, 1 strike. Check the digits. Just step back in. Number 8, Levi Cook, his second pitch, outside of ball. Breaking pitch, count goes 1-1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, Levi Cook. He is the catcher for the Lakeland Lakers. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Arnold. He can take one to center field. Got some air under it, coming in just a little bit. It's going to make the catch. Straight away center field, caught by Dawson Lee. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning. So stepping in for Lakeland, we're going to see the 5-hitter, number 17, Braden Holbrook. Braden Holbrook is the first baseman. Going to get some digits to look at from coach, third base coach. We'll step in. Third base coach right there for Lakeland. Michael Isaacs, third base coach. First pitch comes in low, a good block from Grayson Crowder. Got a piece of him. He's a big guy. He can probably take a beating and keep on ticking. So stepping back in. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, he'll take it to right center. Going to be a long run. He's going to make the run. Going to make the catch. Well done. Again, in center field, Dawson Lee makes the grab, and there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. So stepping in for the Lakeland Lakers. It's going to be the 6-hitter, number 32, third baseman, Carter Kraus, right-handed batter. Will step in now. So 2 out, 3-run ball game. Bluffton got 1 in the first and 2 in the second. We're in the bottom of the second inning. A foul 1 right side out of play. It's right-handed batter, number 32, Carter Kraus. We'll check the wristband. Check the digits. You'll step back in. Here and in, looking at signals. Here comes the wind. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs. Bottom of the second inning. Carter Kraus checking that wristband, checking the digits. Here comes the wind, the 1-1 pitch. High and outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. More digits being given. There are 2 outs, 2-1 kill. Hitter number 32, Carter Kraus. Here comes the pitch. Here's pop 1. Foul ball, left side, out of play. A right-handed batter. fouling one off left side over the third base dugout. Buddy of mine used to do that. He knew he had a baseball in the game that he wanted to get out of the game. So he'd a foul ball, hit him out of play. Here comes a 2-2. High and away, ball 3. 3-2 count, 2 outs. Colton Arnold peering in, looking at signal. Pretty tall young man. Here comes a 3-2 pitch. Swung on, going to pop one. Playable. Behind home plate, can be called for by the catcher. And the catch is made by Grayson Crowder. Crowder made that catch right there by the Bluffton Tigers on base circle. So they get out of the inning. 3-2 the plate. They get no runs and no hits. And we'll go to the top of the third inning. After 2 complete, Bluffton Tigers 3, Lakeland Lakers 0. And we'll also mention today's ball game is in parts being brought to you by Discount Copy. Discount Copies, they are conveniently located at the west edge of Noblesville, Indiana. That's at 46062. They're just behind Pizza Hut, and they're right there by Dollard. Yeah, Dollard. That's a lawyer's firm, and they do a good job with trial lawyers. Dollard right there behind Pizza Hut and next to Bowl 32 along State Road 32 at Discount Copy. They provide setup services where you can turn your artwork into things such as note cards, notepads, prints, and calendars. And it's never too early to think about Christmas cards, personalized Christmas cards. And if you're planning a wedding, they can print all of your necessary needs. You can reach Discount Copies by phone 317-773-8783 or on Gmail at discountcopies96@gmail.com. Stepping in for Bluffton, number 14, Griffin Morgan. Here comes the pitch. Healthy cut, swing and a miss. Right-handed batter. 4-hitter, Griffin Morgan. Griffin Morgan on the season in 28 games. 103 plate appearances, 86 at-bats. He's batting .372. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Lets it go by. Takes the pitch. It's an 0-2 count to Morgan. So working from the windup. Getting the signal. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Third base, fielded by Carter Krause. You throw across the diamond, you get the put out with Braden Holbrook, and there's 1 out here in the top of the third inning. So next batter going to step in. It's going to be the 5-hitter, number 18, Abram Garrett. Second base, Garrett. He's also played in 28 games, 91 plate appearances, 75 at-bats, batting .347. Here comes the pitch. Outside low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Abram Garrett. On base percentage of .462. Right-handed batter. He'll take a shot to left center. Going to move to his right. Center fielder going to make the catch. Cole Reel. And there's 2 outs. 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. So next batter going to step in for the Bluffton Tigers. 6-hitter. Number 15, Easton Blair. Easton Blair also 28 games. He's played in all 28 games. Easton Blair. 88 plate appearances, 73 at-bats. Left-handed batter. Working from the windup. Garrett Thierry. Here comes the pitch. Outside half, strike called. So working right there, Easton Blair. Easton Blair, batting average of .260. He's a left-handed batter. Out of the windup, here comes the pitch. Swung on and taking to center field. Reel right there. He'll move to his left. Not quite as much, and he'll make that catch. Cole Reel, and that'll complete the top of the third inning. So Bluffton comes up with no runs. They send 3 to the plate. Lakeland going to bat in the bottom half of the third inning. After 2.5, Bluffton 3, Lakeland 0. And we'll also mention today's ball game is in parts being brought to you by the Ultimate Kentucky Getaway. You can escape to a one-of-a-kind retreat in the heart of the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, where rolling hills, world-famous distilleries, and unforgettable memories await. Welcome to your private six-bedroom estate set on 7 scenic acres of peaceful countryside. Spend your days exploring legendary bourbon stops, then come home to unwind in the hot tub under the stars. Challenge your friends to a game of pool on the billiards table. You can practice your swing on the putting green or relax by the fire pit as the night sets in. And when it's time to wind down, your private movie theater room is waiting. Whether it's a bourbon weekend, family gathering, or a group getaway, there's space and something for everyone. No crowd, no stress, just comfort, connection, and the true spirit of Kentucky. For questions or direct bookings, you can text 317 442 7513. Again, 317 442 7513. They do all their bookings through Airbnb and Verbo. Just stepping in for the Lakeland Lakers. 7-hitter, number 14, Trenton Williams, left fielder. First pitch from Colton Arnold. Swing and a miss. So no balls, one strike. Checking those digits on that wristband. 7-hitter, number 14, Trenton Williams. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on, full swing, ground ball, third base. Axton Best throws across the diamond, gets the put out with Griffin Morgan, and there's one out here in the bottom of the third inning. So next batter going to step in. We're going to see the 8-hitter, number 2, Cruz Richard. Cruz Richard, right fielder, going to step in for the Lakeland Lakers. Pitching again from the windup, peering in, looking at signals. Richard steps in. Right-handed batter. Here comes the wind. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. So no balls, one strike, one out. Bottom of the third inning. Tigers have 6 hits on the board. Lakers looking for their first hit. Peering in, looking at signal. Out of the windup, Colton Arnold. Here's the pitch. Low for ball 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Digits on the scoreboard, digits from the coach, third base coach. Here comes the wind, the 1-1 pitch. They're going to take one airborne to left field. Going to come in a few steps, make the catch. Left fielder, Stanley, that is Chanley Shaw. And the second out recorded here in the bottom of the third inning. Lakeland the Lakeland Lakers. It reminds me of the Minnesota Lakers back when Bud Grant, coach for the Minnesota Vikings, played for the Lakers pro basketball and then coached the Vikings to 4 Super Bowls. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. Might have been Brooklyn in that first Super Bowl, not sure. But the Vikings lost all 4. So 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch. Right down meridian, strike called. Lakeland Laker in the batter's box. He's the 9-hitter, number 3. Cole Real, center fielder. He has been busy in center field, making some good catches. But we're going to wind up. Here comes the 1-1 pitch to Real. Outside of ball. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Check the wristband, 1 foot in the box, 1 foot out. Steps back in. Here comes a 2-1 pitch from Arnold. Low and outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Lakeland Laker, 9-hitter, number 3. Cole Real. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. Above the zone, ball 4. Some Bluffton Tiger fans thought that was a strike. It was above the hand-over fist strike zone. That was a ball. So stepping in. 1 aboard. There's 2 outs. The first base is Cole Real. Stepping back in. Ian Arroyo. He's a shortstop, right-handed batter. Whereas number 7, here's the pitch. Breaking pitch in there for a strike. Arroyo on the season. In 26 games, 106 plate appearances. 77 at-bats, batting .468. Here comes the pitch. Low for a ball. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 out. 1 foot in the box, 1 foot out. Signals given, the 3-digit system for the Lakeland Lakers. Out of set position. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Outside the ball to Arroyo. So Arroyo in 26 games, 604 on base percentage. He's got 36 hits. 33 are singles, 2 doubles, and he has a home run. Out of set, here comes the 2-1 pitch. Above the zone, ball 3. Bluffton Tiger fans, they're wanting a strike out of that, but it's well above the zone. It's not a hand over fist swingable pitch. Count goes 3-1. Out of set position. Here's the pitch from Arnold. Outside, ball 4. So he'll jog down to first base. Little difference in opinion on the ball strikes. And coaches want to know if it's inside or outside, and it was outside. Hard to tell from the dugout on a profile view. I'm not quite behind the plate. I'm to the left a little bit, but I am behind the backstop. Pretty good vision, pretty good view of the strike zone. And that was ball 4. So 2 aboard for Lakeland. Out of set position. Here comes the pitch. With short hop the glove. Going to try to read the dirt, and they're going to steal third base. The Lakeland Lawyers have runners on the corners with 2 outs. That was a good effort. Dexter Grayson Crowder blocked the pitch, had to pick it up laterally to his left. He went ahead and made the throw to second, or should say to third base. Safe at third. Cole Reel, I believe he's the third base runner for Lakeland. On deck for the Lakers is number 1, Garrett Pieri. In the batter's box, number 12, Dylan Bateman, second baseman. Out of set position is the 1-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. They're going to throw to second base. Going to play on the runner. Going to go in at center field. Lakeland's going to score a run. So coming in to score first run of the ballgame for Lakeland Lakers is number 3, Cole Reel. And they'll move the second base runner over to third base because he was stealing. He was stealing second base to throw in into center field. So coming on around is Arroyo. And back in the box with 2 outs. 1-1 count. Number 12, Dylan Bateman. Dylan Bateman, he's been in 26 games. Batting .434. Here comes the pitch. Going to foul this one out of play. So Dylan Bateman, the 2-hitter for Lakeland. 98 plate appearances, 83 at-bats, batting .434, a 500 on base percentage, 36 hits. He got 28 singles, 7 doubles, and 1 home run. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. He'll take that to left field. Pretty much right at the left fielder. It's caught by Chanley Shaw. And that'll complete the 3rd inning. The Lakeland picks up 1 run on the bottom of the 3rd. And after 3 complete innings, Bluffton 3, Lakeland 1. And we'll also mention today's ball game is in part being brought to you by Indiana Beach. That's Indiana Beach Amusement Park and Water Park. IndianaBeach.com. They're in Monticello, Indiana. Season pass at Indiana Beach this year, 2026. Just $77.99. Could be a pretty good babysitter during the summertime if you think about it. And if you bring last year's season pass in, you trade that pass in and give him $71.99, get you an accurate 2026 pass. They have exciting roller coasters at Indiana Beach. They have boat rides. You can spend the whole day at the water park. They have 50 plus rides and attractions. And yes, there is more than corn in Indiana. Indiana Beach, I didn't know this, but I do now. Indiana Beach celebrating their 100th anniversary. Indiana Beach, 100 years of fun. They have Parkside Lodging right there at Lake Shaper. And Indiana Beach has a KOA campground. Indiana Beach, 5224 East Indiana Beach Road. Monticello. You can reach him by phone at 574-583-4141. He's stepping in. Big guy for Bluffton. That's number 10. Grayson Crowder. A little bit of an open stance. He's the catcher. Here comes the pitch from Pieri. Just outside, ball 1. So number 10, Grayson Crowder. 24 games, 77 plate appearances, 61 at-bats, batting .230. I'm going to take one to left field. It's going to be a base hit. He'll get into left field and bounce one time into the glove of Trenton Williams. And Crowder gets himself aboard with a base hit. He's the catcher. Let's see if they're going to run for him as a courtesy runner. We'll see here. He is the catcher. He's entitled for a courtesy runner. It would be the same guy the whole game, but they're going to let him run. So Grayson Crowder, base hit. He's at first base. He'll get a modest lead. Stepping in, Stanley Shaw. Where's number 6, left-handed batter? Steps off the back, fakes a throw to first, pickoff move. It was Garrett Pieri. Stanley Shaw, where's number 6? In 26 games, 59 plate appearances, 43 at-bats. Stanley Shaw on base percentage of .362. Left-handed batter. Out of set, Pieri. Here's the pitch. It'll be a ground ball foul. He went the other way. Down the third baseline, it ended up left of third base. So no balls, 1 strike. 8-hitter, number 6. Stanley Shaw. He plays left field. Made that catch in the inning prior to this at-bat for Bluffton. So working from the stretch, looks over at first base. Now the set position, Garrett Pieri. Going to square to bunt. He ain't reached for it. Going to be a strike called. Good thing he didn't make contact. His left foot was on home plate. Foul ball or a fair ball. If the umpire would have seen it, he would have been out. So no balls, 2 strikes. Nobody out. Top of the 4th inning. Tigers batting pickoff move. First base, no tag applied by Braden Holbrook. Let's step back in, left-handed batter. Number 6, Stanley Shaw. No balls, 2 strikes. Out of set, Garrett Pieri. Here comes an 0-2 pitch to Shaw. Swung on, he'll foul this one. Left side, out of play. Over the third base dugout. Stay in the box with that 0-2 count. Second time. So Stanley Shaw, where's number 6? He's got 6 hits on the season. They're all singles. He's got 9 RBI. He has been hit by pitch 6 times. Out of set position. 0-2 pitch again from Garrett Pieri. Outside of ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Step back in. 8-hitter, number 6, Stanley Shaw. Plays left field for the Tigers. Out of set. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, third base. He'll field it to go to second. They get the force out. They'll go to first, and he's safe at first. Stanley Shaw beats it out. He knew when he hit that ground ball, his job was to beat out the throw and avoid the double play ball. So there's 1 out. Carter Krause, third baseman, goes to Bateman at second. But over to first was not in time with Braden Holbrook. So 1 out, runner at first base. Fielder's choice at first base is Stanley Shaw. Stepping in, 9-hitter, number 17, Dawson Lee. Dawson Lee, a right-handed batter. Playing center field. He has been busy, making some good catches in center field. Pickoff move. Safe at first is Shaw. The right-handed batter, Dawson Lee, 9-hitter for the Bluffton Tigers. Out of the set position. Pieri, here's the pitch, and a square to bunt. They put a bunt down. It's a nice bunt, third baseline. Fielded by Pieri. He'll throw to first base. The ball gets by the first baseman, Braden Holbrook. There might have been some contact there. Sliding in, coming clear around is Shaw. Shaw scores from first base. So it's going to be a sacrifice bunt. Safe at first. He'll run over to second base. And coach going to walk out. Lakeland Lakers. Fielding the ball, the third base line was Garrett Pieri. He threw a dart to first base, but it got over the glove of first baseman Braden Holbrook. Run comes in to score. Here in the bottom of the third. I'm going to take that back here in the top. Got one run in. The scoreboard now catching up. I had to wait for the scoreboard. So we're at the top of the fourth inning. One run in with one out. Bluffton Tigers go out in front 4-1. Bluffton is the visiting team on the scoreboard. So stepping in, one hitter, Axton Best. Axton Best, where's number 3? He's playing third base in this game. He played the catcher's position versus Central Catholic. Pitch comes in high for ball 1. Yeah. 1 ball, no strikes. Axton Best. In 26 games, he's batting .462, .573 on base. Leads the team with 36 hits. That's in 26 games. They have played 28 games. Here comes the pitch. Above the zone, ball 2. So Garrett Pieri trying to find that release point. He's just missing. He's letting go of the ball just a bit early. Peering in, looking at signals from his catcher, Levi Cook. Long Pierre out of stretch. Now the set, he'll check second base. Lone runner, one base runner for the Tigers at second base. Pitch comes in, breaking pitch. Off the glove. They're going to try to get him out at third base. Reading the dirt, safe at third base. And I believe that's Dawson Lee. Dawson Lee put the bunt down. Made it safe to first. Sacrifice bunt. Got an RBI. The count goes 2-1 to the one hitter, number 3, Axton Best. Axton Best, a member of the junior class. Out of set position. Here comes the pitch. Going to have a ground ball. Third base. They're going to throw the plate. They're going to put the tag on him. And he's going to be out at home plate. A nice play by third baseman Carter Kraus. Fielded the ground ball. And Dawson Lee was trying to get home. He threw a dart to the catcher. Levi Cook put the tag on him. And there's one out. So fielder's choice. Axton Best is at first base, the lone base runner. And there are 2 outs. So stepping in, A.J. Strebler got himself a board, base hit. First time up, he wears number 11, shortstop. Out of set position, Pieri. Here's the pitch. Strike right down meridian. Takes the pitch, strike 1. So Strebler, we'll mention on the season in 27 games, 100 plate appearances, 80 at-bats. He's batting .288, pickoff move. And they're going to get by the first baseman, Holbrook. And they're jogging over to second base. Right there is Axton Best. So runner at second base with 2 outs for the Bluffton Tigers. So 0-1 count, 2 outs. Number 11, A.J. Strebler. Strebler batting .288. That right-handed batter's box, a .420 on base percentage. 23 hits, 16 singles, 5 doubles, 1 triple, and 1 home run. He's got 10 RBI. Out of set, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Outside of ball, count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The blue sky, got some cirrus clouds up there. Got the lights on. It is a beautiful atmosphere at Oak Hill High School for semi-state North Division 2A. Out of set position, here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. Foul ball, left side. Beyond the dugout, count goes 1-2 to A.J. Strebler. He plays the shortstop position. The Strebler going to step back in. He has scored 23 runs on the season. He is just behind Axton Best. Axton Best with 24. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Strebler. Out of set position, Pieri, who checks second base. Checks it again. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Above the zone, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Garrett Pierre still bringing the fastball. He's got the velocity. Let go of the ball just a little bit early. 2-2 count, 2 out. Peering in, looking at signals. His catcher is Levi Cook. Out of the set position. Check second. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Breaking pitch low. Going to end up underneath. The ball ends up underneath the body of the umpire. It was misplayed there. Took a little bit of a brunt right there with Levi Cook. And reading the dirt, Axton Best is now at third base with a stolen base. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. A little bit of an open stance right there. A.J. Strebler out of the set position. Pierre, that's Garrett Pierre. Long set. Here comes a 3-2 pitch from Pierre. Swung on, foul ball. It's going to go out of play. Straight back. Sun's coming out just a little bit. Glistening right there in right field. Right field right there. For Lakeland, it's Cruz Richard. So again, a 3-2 count to A.J. Strebler. 2 out. Top of the 4th inning, 1 run in for the Tigers. It's a 4-1 contest. Out of the set position, here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, going to be a hit by pitch. Trying to get the break there, didn't quite get the grip he was looking for. And hit by pitch with ball 4, that's never fun. So 2 outs. Stepping in for Bluffton. Number 5, Colton Arnold. Colton Arnold on the season in 28 games. Played in all 28 games. 110 plate appearances, 98 at-bat. As catcher Levi Cook steps out in front of the plate, gives signals to his infield. So Colton Arnold was number 5. He's batting .347 in that right-handed batter's box, .389 on base percentage, 34 hits on the season, 21 singles, 9 doubles, 1 triple, and he has 3 home runs. Pitch comes in outside half, taken for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Colton Arnold, right-handed batter. He's got 21 RBI on the season, 14 runs scored. He's been left on base 47 times. Here comes a pitch. Going to be another hit by pitch. Lost the grip. Pierre is wanting to know if he moved the elbow into the pitch, but I don't think so. It was in the batter's box. He kind of got to try to get out of the way. And 2 aboard by hit by pitch with a runner at third base. So bases are now loaded. So they're going to go with the courtesy runner for the pitcher, Colton Arnold. And the courtesy runner will step in there. It's going to be number 2. We'll double check there, but stepping in. Bases loaded. There's 2 outs. 1 run in for the Tigers here in the top of the 4th. Tigers lead it 4-1. Here comes the pitch. Swung on. We'll take it to right center. Going to back up the right fielder. Going to dive for it. Couldn't get to it. The ball bounces against the wall. It's going to be 2 runs in and now 3 runs in. It's going to be a 2-base hit. 2-base hit, 3 RBI shots to right center. Bounces up against the wall. And Bluffton Tigers going to put 3 more on the scoreboard here in the top of the 4th. So it's a 7-1 contest. Those 3 RBI off the bat of Griffin Morgan, the 4-hitter. So working out a stretch, now the set. Here comes the pitch. Outside half, strike called. Number 18, Abram Garrett. Bats in the 5th spot. Abram Garrett played in all 28 games, 91 plate appearances, 75 at-bats. He's batting .347 in that right-handed batter's box. Time called. Garrett calls time. It's granted. He'll step out, collect himself. He'll step back in. So Abram Garrett on base percentage of .462. 26 hits on the season, 18 singles, 3 doubles, 2 triples, and 3 home runs. Here's the pitch. Right down meridian, strike called. Count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 5-hitter. Number 18, Abram Garrett. runner at second base. Got a double and 3 RBI. He cleared the bases. It's Griffin Morgan. Here comes the 0-2. Swung on, ground ball, third base. He gloves it. Carter Krause. The throw across the diamond, gets the put out with Braden Holbrook. And that's out number 3, but not before. Bluffton picks up 4 runs in the top of the 4th. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning after 3.5. Bluffton 7, Lakeland 1. And again, we'll let you know that this game is in part being brought to you by FritzandFishers.com. They buy, they sell, they trade. They'll help you to finance your quality car, truck, or SUV. They have preferred low mileage and one-owner automobiles. They have 2 locations in Hamilton County. Those locations, the first one's in Fishers, Indiana at 8599 East 116th Street. You can dial them in Fishers at that dealership, 317-842-2228. You can dial them at their dealership along State Road 32. That's Noblesville, between Noblesville and Westfield. Their phone number there is 317-773-2232. Or you can visit them online at FritzandFishers.com. That's FRITZ, Fritz and Fishers, and in Noblesville. So stepping in for the Lakeland Lakers, going to be the 3-hitter, number 1, Garrett Pierre. Garrett Pierre is the pitcher. In 26 games, 102 plate appearances, 82 at-bats. He's batting .427. That right-handed batter's box. He's got a .500 on-base percentage. He's got 35 hits on the season. He's just behind number 12, Dylan Baton, with 36. First pitch comes in, strike called. So we'll step back in, right-handed batter. Garrett Pierre. Here comes the wind from Colton Arnold. He'll foul this one out of play, left side. So no balls, 2 strikes. Garrett Pierre. Garrett Pierre, as mentioned, 35 hits on the season, 18 singles, 13 doubles, no triples. He has 4 home runs. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch. High for ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Pierre. Pierre has 27 RBI on the team. He's just behind. Full swing, taking this to the outfield, center field. Trying to get a beat on it, Dawson Lee, and he'll make the catch. So as mentioned, Pierre, 27 RBI. He is just behind number 8, Levi Cook. And Levi Cook is going to bat with 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So Levi Cook steps in, 26 games, 97 plate appearances, 89 at-bats, batting .461. First pitch from Arnold. He'll foul this one back up against the screen. No balls, 1 strike. Levi Cook is the 4-hitter for the Lakers. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Arnold. He'll take it to right field. Going to be right at him. Then he'll have to come in a little ways, try to make the catch. It's going to be made by the second baseman. Pretty good range. Abram Garrett jog out into the grass, and he'll pick up the baseball, make the catch. And there are 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. So stepping in for Lakeland, going to be number 17, the 5-hitter, Braden Holbrook. He is the first baseman. Holbrook going to step in. He's played in 25 games. According to my notes, I have 26 game notes for Lakeland. First pitch high for ball 1. Braden Holbrook, number 17, 94 plate appearances, 81 at-bats, batting .358. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. You're going to take it to right field. Shallow. And second baseman going to make another catch. For out number 3, Abram Garrett. And they get out of the inning. And Garrett picks up the last 2 fly balls, shallow right field. So Lakeland comes up with no runs in the bottom of the 4th. After 4 complete, Bluffton 7, Lakeland won. And again, we'll mention this game is in parts being brought to you by Century 21 Real Estate. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. Lisa Stokes Bear. She has enthusiasm, she has experience, and she is knowledgeable. Lisa Stokes Bear, real estate agent and a real estate broker. Lisa listens. That's Lisa Stokes Bear, Century 21 Seat Company. She serves Hamilton County, Tipton, Madison County, and she's been doing that since 1997. She specializes in residential and corporate relocation. You can contact Lisa by phone or by text message at 317 513 4086. Again, her number is 317 513 4086. That's Lisa Stokes Bear. She has a passion to prove her professionalism. Let Lisa surpass your expectations. I'm going to put the ball back in the glove. Lakeland Laker pitcher, Garrett Pierre, stepping in for Bluffton. Going to be number 15, Easton Blair. Right fielder, that's in the sixth spot. Left-handed batter, Easton Blair. Looking from the wind-up, Garrett Pierre. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Pitch comes in, must have missed just outside. Fastball, trying to paint the edge. That was a ball, according to the umpire. Here comes the wind and the pitch. Outside, ball 2. So left-handed batter, Easton Blair. He's played in all 28 games, batting .260. That left-handed batter's box. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be a strike call, outside edge. Count goes 2-1 to Blair. Easton Blair, 364 on base percentage. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, foul ball, right side. Extremely foul up against the foul fence beyond the first base dugout. Count goes 2-2 to Easton Blair. Where's number 15 left-handed batter in his sixth spot? You to call time. Left-handed batter takes a timeout right there. Takes the left hand off the bat and calls time verbally. I would just call it verbally loud enough. Keep my hands on the bat. You're going to take one the other way and get the net. We'll stay in the box again with another 2-2 count. Easton Blair. Got 19 hits on the season, 13 are singles, 4 doubles, and 2 triples. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Going to pop one, playable. Nope, it's going to go out of play. He's going to float out of play. Giving it a good look there was pitcher Garrett Pierre. So Easton Blair going to face a 2-2 count for the third time in this at-bat. Easton Blair, first batter here for Bluffton in the top of the 5th inning. We'll step back in, working from the wind-up, looking at Stickles. Here comes the wind and a 2-2 pitch. Foul ball. It's going to get the umpire. Off the dirt, came up, got the umpire, third base coach. Going to check on him. And so third base coach going to come down and talk with Easton Blair. Going to check evidently, see if he's okay. If it's a trainer type of visit, that's okay. Checking on his player. So again, a 2-2 count for Easton Blair. This has turned into a quality at-bat for Blair. Left-handed batter, step back in. He's got 18 RBIs. He's been left on base 45 times this season. Here comes a 2-2 again from Pierre. Just missed. Pierre's got to be beside himself with the 3 pitches that we've seen to Blair. Painting the edge. So the count goes 3-2 to Easton Blair. Here comes a 3-2 payoff. Going to say, did he check? And he said he went. So it's a drop third strike. They're going to throw him out. Went back to the backstop. That ball got behind the catcher, Levi Cook. And Levi Cook threw a strike to first base. Home plate umpire had to look at third base umpire in a hurry because that was the third strike. That third base umpire had the hand up. Yes, he went. So there's one out. Drop third strike, out at first base. So stepping back in, Grayson Crowder. Crowder hit a double with bases loaded last time up. Put 3 runs on the board right there in the last inning. First pitch comes in, strike called, outside edge. So Grayson Crowder, 24 games, batting .230 at right-handed batter's box. Pitch comes in, foul ball. It's going to get off the mask of catcher Levi Cook. Home plate umpire checks on him briefly. He's okay. Home plate umpire hand delivers a baseball to pitcher Garrett Pieri. Going to give Levi Cook a chance to gather his wit. He's okay. Pretty tall young man. Levi Cook. Very slim. Does a good job. Just stepping back in, an 0-2 count. Number 10, Grayson Crowder. Working from the windup, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swung on, shortstop. Going to be fielded by the third baseman. He'll step in front. He'll throw to first, and a nice grab at first base by Braden Holbrook. Carter Krause makes the play, but throws it in the dirt. And Braden Holbrook erases a throwing error from Carter Krause. So stepping in, we're going to see number 6, Chanley Shaw. 2 outs on the diamond. Top of the 5th inning. 7-1 contest. Bluffton in front. Here comes the pitch. Going to foul this one out of play. Left-handed batter, 8-hitter for Bluffton. Number 6, Chanley Shaw. Chanley Shaw in 26 games. 59 plate appearances, 43 at-bats, at .362 on base percentage. Big old ground ball to third base. It had a short hop. Trying to scoop it there was Carter Krause, and he may get credit for an infield hit. So Bluffton Tigers have a runner at first base. They're going to call it an error. It's called the error on third baseman, Carter Krause. A short hop. He tried to scoop it. Came up empty, knocked the ball free. So with 2 out, stepping in. 9-hitter number 17, Dawson Lee. First pitch to Lee. Above the zone, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. I think this home plate umpire has the good vertical strike zone from top to bottom. Out of set position, here comes the pitch. Swung on, he'll take it to center field. Real, going to get a look at it. He'll move to his left and make the catch. Cool, Real, again, flawless in center field, and that's going to complete the top of the 5th inning. So Bluffton comes up with no runs in the top half of the 5th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Lakeland going to bat. And we'll talk about some national leaders in baseball. They are interesting. We want to check out what's going on around the nation. Talk about the home run hitters. In the nation, the leader is Martin Shaler. Martin Shaler is from Merritt, Georgia. They don't want you to know what grade he's in. They don't give that information. Everybody else, they will give the information. But Martin Shaler has 19 home runs this season. He leads the nation. Second place and third place, they both have 18 home runs. Listed at second place is Cole Prosek. He's from Magnolia Heights, Mississippi. In third place is Giovanni Garaglia. Try that again. Giovanni Garaglia. He's from Silverado, Nevada. As mentioned, he has 18. And then we come back after this half inning. We'll talk about the home run hitters in the state of Indiana. We'll talk about them next break. Stepping in for Lakeland, bottom of the 5th inning. Stepping in, third baseman Carter Krause. Where's number 32? A right-handed batter. To check the wristband for the digit. Carter Krause in 25 games, 83 plate appearances, 67 at bats. He's batting .299 with a 434. Going to check swing. Check swing, right side of the mound. And scooped up there by Colton Arnold. And an easy first out by the Bluffton Tigers. So stepping in for Lakeland. Lakeland step in, 7-hitter, number 14, Trenton Williams, left fielder. Trenton Williams wears number 14, 77 plate appearances, 61 at-bats, batting .295, 427 on base. First pitch from Arnold, low for ball one. So one ball, no strikes. There's one out. Lakeland batting here in the bottom of the fifth. It's a 7-1 contest. Bluffton in front. Pitch comes in, fastball, strike called. One ball, one strike. To check the wristband, check the digits, step back in. That's 14, Trenton Williams. Williams got 18 hits on the season. Pitch comes in above the zone. Ball two. Some Bluffton fans thought that was a strike. But I think the umpire is calling a good vertical strike zone. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Swung on and take it to center field. They're moving to the right. They have to come in a ways. They're going to drop in a base hit. So kind of fooling, you're going to jog in, a stand-up double. Stand-up double for Trenton Williams. Trenton Williams picks up his second double on the season. And his 19th hit on the season. Trenton Williams is at second base for the Lakeland Lakers. So stepping in, we're going to see the 8-hitter, number 2, Cruz Richard. Right-handed batter. He plays right field for the Lakers. He checks the wristband. In 25 games, 69 plate appearances, 52 at-bats. He's batting .250 with a .418 on-base percentage. They'll call time. He'll step out. Not sure time was granted when he stepped out. Got to wait. So peering in, looking at signal. Colton Arnold, his catcher, is Grayson Crowder. Here comes a pitch. Swung on, foul ball, right side, out of play. No balls, one strike. Cruz Richard, 8-hitter, wears number 2. Cruz Richard, 13 hits on the season, 10 are single. He has 2 doubles. He has no triples, but 1 home run. Peering in, looking at signals. Colton Arnold, out of set. He'll check second base. Here's the pitch. I'm going to poke one in center field. He's going to try to drop it in, and he will drop it in, a base hit. Coming in a long way was Dawson Lee. And Cruz Richard is at first base with a base hit. Moves the runner to third base. So Trenton Williams now at third base. Cruz Richard at first base. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th inning. Stepping in, 9-hitter, number 3, Cole Reel. Cole Reel is the center fielder, without question. Cole Reel, .240 on base percentage. You step in, that's in the 9 spot. Defensively, he is gangbusters. Peering in, looking at signal. Long Pierre out of the stretch. Colton Arnold now in set position. He'll check second base. Here comes a pitch. High, well above the zone. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Semi-state baseball. The winner here next weekend. It'll either be Friday or Saturday. They'll play at Victory Field on grass. Here comes a pitch. Short hops the glove. Good block there by Grayson Crowder. Count goes 2-0 to Cole Reel. 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He'll look for digits. He'll check the wristband. Runners at first and third base for the Lakeland Lakers. Here in the 5th inning. Bottom of the 5th, out of the set position. Here comes the pitch. Swung on, swing and a miss. Fastball, count goes 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Checking the wristband. Runners at first and third base for the Lakers. Going out stretch, now the set position. Here comes the pitch, taken off for second base. They're going to throw to second. They're going to cut it off short. Shortstop looking to see if they were going to try to take home plate with Trenton Williams. They elect not to. And now Lakeland has runners at second and third base. So count goes 3-1. Stepping back in. Cole Reel. Peering in, looking at signal. Out of the stretch. Colton Arnold. Now the set position. They'll check the base runners. 3-1 pitch. Ball outside. So he's going to jog down to first base. Profile view is hard to tell from here. Timeout called. And the Bluffton Tigers coach going to walk out to talk with his infield. And then while he does that, we'll mention a little bit about the most games played all time. This is all time Major League Baseball. A lot of this might fool you. Most games played, number 1 is Pete Rose. Peter Edward Rose, 3,562 games. Number 2, Carl Yastrzemski, 3,308. Number 3, Hank Aaron, 3,298. Number 4, Ricky Henderson, 3,081. Number 5, Albert Pujols, 3,080. Number 6, Ty Cobb, 3,035. Number 7, Stan Musial, 3,026. Number 8, Eddie Murray. 3,026. Cal Ripken, number 9, 3,001. And at number 10, Willie Mays, 2,992 games. And Eddie Murray is the all-time leader in home runs for a switch hitter. He's stepping in. Number 7, Keegan Arroyo, one hitter for Lakeland. Bases loaded for the Lakers. First pitch comes in. Might have been a breaking pitch. Got the dish. 0-1 count to Arroyo. So Arroyo, we'll mention on the season in 26 games, 106 plate appearances, 77 at bat. He's batting .468 with a .604 on base percentage. Here comes the pitch. Going to foul one right side out of play. So he'll go down the count 0-2, right-handed batter. Ian Arroyo. And then he'll step back in. He's got 36 hits on the season. 33 are singles, 2 doubles. No triples. He has 1 home run. He leads the team with 40 runs scored this season. 1 hitter. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Arnold. Breaking pitch outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Near an end, looking at signals out of the stretch. Colton Arnold. Both pitchers have gone the distance. All the set. Here comes the pitch. Going to take a ground ball up the middle. Going to get to the outfield, and it's going to be a base hit. Going to score 1, but they're going to hold him at third base. Base is still loaded, but they get 1 run in. Arroyo picks up another RBI. And Arroyo now on the season has 12 RBI. That's in 27 games. Now stepping in for the Lakers. Number 12, 2-hitter, Dylan Bateman, second baseman. Just 1 out on the diamond. Lakers have 1 run in. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's a 7-2 contest. Bluffton in front. Here comes the pitch. Felt the cut, swing and a miss. Dylan Bateman wears number 12. Plays second base. Dylan Bateman in 26 games, 98 plate appearances, 83 at-bats. He's batting .434. We got 500 on base percentage. Here comes the pitch. Helping cut again, swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Dylan Bateman, right-handed batter. Peering in, looking to see Colton Arnold. Long pier, now the set position. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Low, going to call him out. They're going to call that a strike. That umpire probably just earned the mulligan. That was a vertical low pitch. So he'll walk back to the dugout, and there are 2 outs. Base is still loaded, 2 outs. Bluffton playing defensively here in the bottom. of the fifth inning. Lakeland, I should say the Lakers have one run in. It's a 7-2 contest. Lakers got one in the third and now one in the fifth. Here comes the pitch. Outside of ball. Bluffton Tigers got one in the first, two in the second. They got four in the fourth inning. Bases were loaded. Double off the bat of Griffin Morgan. Scored 3 runs. Here comes the pitch. Low and outside. A good block by catcher Grayson Crowder. So 2 balls, no strikes. Nowhere to put him. Bases loaded. In the batter's box, the pitcher. He does the pitching. It's Garrett Pieri. Excuse me, Pieri. And where's number 1? He's a 3-hitter. Out of set position. Arnold, here's the pitch. High for ball 3. So Garrett Pieri will step back in. Pieri, 35 hits on the season. He's walked 14 times. He's got a 3-0 count. Bases loaded. Here comes the pitch. Foul ball back to the screen. LP cut. Garrett Pieri. I should say Pieri. He's difficult. His dad told me how to pronounce it. I just can't quite get it every time. So Pieri going to step back in. 3-1 count. Peering in, looking at single. Colton Arnold, long tier. Pieri, 4 home runs on the season. He called time. Long time to stare at a pitcher. A lot of effort there. A lot of concentration time. Timeout granted. He'll step back in. 3-1 count. Colton Arnold peering in. Out of set position. Here comes the 3-1 pitch. He'll take one to right field. Going to get some air under it. Going to come in a distance, and they're going to make the catch. It's right fielder, Cruz. And then caught there by Easton Blair, right fielder. And Lakeland picks up 1 run in the bottom of the 5th. We'll go to the top of the 6th inning. Bluffton in front, 7. Lakeland 2. And we'll mention this game is in part being brought to you from national leaders. We're going to mention national leaders at the home run department for the state of Indiana. Number 1 in the state of Indiana. He's a Delphi Oracle. Delphi Oracle, Brett Huffman. Brett Huffman has 9 home runs in the state of Indiana. And I will mention nationally, home run departments in the nation. There are 83 players with 9 home runs. And we'll mention Delphi Oracle, Brett Huffman. He's number 185 in the nation. At number 2, it's Sean Dunlap. Sean Dunlap, he's from Crown Point High School. 9 home runs on the season. And he's number 192 in the nation. Followed up by number 3 in the state of Indiana. That is Ian Taylor. Ian Taylor from Grand Street. He's right there from Guerin Catholic High School. He's a Golden Eagle from Guerin Catholic. He's got 9 home runs. He's number 193 in the nation. And that's with 9 home runs. 3 guys have 17 home runs in the nation. 4 have 16. 3 have 15. And 9 guys have 14 home runs. I'm talking about the national home run leaders. So top of the 6th inning. Pieri still on the pitcher's rubber. Here comes the pitch. Strike called. In the batter's box, 1 hitter for Bluffton. The leadoff batter in this contest, Axton Best. No balls, 1 strike. We're going to the windup. Garrett Pieri, here comes a pitch. Low for ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Step back in, right-handed batter. Axton Best, here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, got the dish, strike call. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Axton Best. Best on the season. He's got 8 home runs, 28 RBI. 1-2 count. Here comes the pitch. High above the zone, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Axton Best, 103 plate appearances, 78 at-bats. Batting .462. You go ground ball, shortstop. Fielded there by Kian Arroyo. And he'll get the out at first base. Arroyo goes to first base with Braden Holbrook. And there's one out here in the top of the 6th inning. Next batter going to step in for Bluffton. Going to be number 11, A.J. Stredler. Shortstop, open stance, right-handed batter's box. From the windup, Garrett Pierre. Here comes the pitch. Pop one up, playable on the infield. Going to be called for by the first baseman. And he'll make the catch. Holbrook, Braden Holbrook. There's 2 outs. So third batter to the plate here in the top of the 6th for Bluffton. 3-hitter number 5, Colton Arnold. He's doing the pitching for the Tigers. Going to step in 28 games, 110 plate appearances, 98 at-bats. He's batting .347, the right-handed batter's box. First pitch, breaking pitch in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Colton Arnold on base percentage of .389. He's got 34 hits, 21 singles, 9 doubles, 1 triple, 3 home runs. Foul this one back out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Sounds like that might have gotten a car. A lot of oohing and ahhing. So no balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Colton Arnold, right-handed batter. Here comes the right-handed pitch from Piari. Full swing, foul ball. Left of third base on the ground. They'll track that one down the foul fence. So Colton Arnold will stay in the box. 0-2 count from the windup. Both feet together on the rubber. There's some pitch. It'll be a ground ball, second base, 1 hop into the glove of Dylan Bateman. They'll get the put out at first base with Braden Holbrook. And there are 3 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Bluffton comes up with no runs, no hits, and it's sent 3 to the plate. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. After 5.5, Bluffton Tigers 7, Lakeland Lakers 2. And I will mention this game is also being brought to you by the IU-76 Team Legacy Initiative. I got a phone call. I got actually a text. I got an email from Kent Benson. Kent Benson, what a quality guy. Kent Benson, I do have an interview. If you'd like to hear it, you can reach me at 317-946-2424. The interview was recorded back on March the 2nd of this year, just before, about a month before the Final Four. And Kent Benson sat down with me. I went to his home in about 22 minutes. What an interview. I talked very little. He talked quite a bit. But he wrote this for me. He said, former Indiana University basketball players, Bobby Wilkerson, he wore number 20, and Kent Benson wore number 54. They're working together and blending their efforts to promote the IU-76 Team Legacy Initiative, celebrating the 50th anniversary of Indiana University's undefeated basketball season. A truly historic moment. Supporting this campaign helps honor a standard of excellence and keeps that proud legacy alive through events, media, and outreach. They have a GoFundMe page. You can go to gofund.me/B as in Bob, C as in cat, 32, D as in dog, 9, B as in Bob, D as in dog, 8. That's a GoFundMe page. It's all for the Legacy Initiative. First pitch, bottom of the 6th inning, high for ball 1. In the batter's box for Lakeland, the Lakers. Number 8, 4-hitter, Levi Cook. He does the catching. 1 ball, no strikes. Here comes the pitch from Arnold. Foul ball, full swing. Going to get off the body there of Grayson Crowder. Might have took one off the hand there. He's going to grimace a little bit. They're going to hand deliver a baseball out to Colton Arnold. And you can see how tall Colton is when Coach right there from Bluffton. That's Adam King. Standing next to the umpire and also standing there is Colton Arnold. They're giving some time right now for Crowder, the catcher. He took one off the hand, foul tip. That doesn't feel good. So Colton Arnold, pretty tall young man, lanky. Colton Arnold, where's number 5? Colton Arnold, a member of the senior class, as mentioned, 6'3", 165. Swing and a miss. Count goes 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. 7 back in, 4-hitter number 8. Levi Cook, he's going to take a drive to center field, going to back him up, he'll come in. We'll read the baseball. The catch is made by Dawson Lee, and there's 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Stepping in, we're going to see the 5-hitter, number 17, Braden Holbrook. Holbrook, the first baseman for Lakeland. Holbrook on the season, 25 games, 94 plate appearances, 81 at-bats, batting .358, 441 on base percentage. He's got 29 hits, 20 are singles, 8 doubles, no triples, 1 home run. First pitch taken for a strike. Count goes 0-1 to Holbrook. Right-handed batter will step back in. Peering in, looking at signals, Colton Arnold. Out of the windup, the 0-1 pitch. He'll take one to right center. Might get down, it will. Base hit for Holbrook. It'll be picked up by center fielder Dawson Lee. So Holbrook is aboard at first base with 1 out. So next batter we're going to see number 32, Carter Kraus. He's played a good third base position in this ball game. He's a 6-hitter. Kraus in 25 games, 83 plate appearances, 67 at bats, batting .299. Would be granted time to step in. 434 on base percentage. 20 hits on the season. 10 are singles. 10 are doubles. So runner at first base for Lakeland with 1 out. Bottom of the 6th inning, it's a 7-2 contest. Bluffton in front. In on the lip of the grass, for a better term, is at third base is Axton Best. Going to be a shot to center field. Going to get a read on it. He'll make the catch. Again, Dawson Lee with some great eyesight. See what these center fielders in this ballgame. Cole Reel for Lakeland and Bluffton's Dawson Lee playing flawless center field position. So 2 outs on the diamond, still at first base. It's Holbrook, got himself aboard with a base hit for right center field, stepping in. 7-hitter, number 14, Trenton Williams. Trenton Williams in 26 games, batting .295, a right-handed batter. Stepping off the back is Arnold. Arnold wants a signal again. So he steps off, steps back on. And they're going to talk about this. I don't think they're calling a balk. I'm not quite sure. It's a little bit late to do that, but they're going to have an umpires meeting out in front of the pitcher's mound, all 4 of them. So I don't know what they're going to call here, but they're having a powwow. There's 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 6th with a runner at first base. That is Braden Holbrook. And the home plate umpire, first base umpire, they're gonna communicate with the press box, going to let us know something. So lights and cell phone, that's about like lights and car lights. So cell phones, they're asking them to turn the cell phone lights off. So flashers and that's just intimidating and annoying all at the same time. So ball's made live. Here we go. 2 outs. Stepping back in. Right-handed batter. Well, the set, here comes a pitch from Arnold, swinging a miss to Trenton Williams. Trenton Williams got himself aboard. Last time up. Trenton Williams on the season, 77 plate appearances, 61 at-bats. As mentioned, .295 batting average. You're going to pop one. Right side, it might drop. Nope, it's going to be deep enough to be caught by the right fielder, Easton Blair. And that'll be out number 3. So Lakeland comes up with no runs in the bottom of the sixth. They did get one hit. They left one on base, and we'll go to the top of the seventh inning. After 6 complete, Bluffton Tigers 7, Lakeland Lakers 2. Bluffton going to bat in the top half of the seventh inning. And again, we'll mention today's ball game is in parts being brought to you by McCormick Printing and Office Supply. McCormick Printing, they're in Tipton. They say, hey, baseball fans, let's give a cheer for one of our amazing local sponsors. That's McCormick Printing, Impressions, and Office Supplies. For more than 5 decades, MPI has been the go-to place for everything printed. That's posters, programs, shirts, signs, and office supplies. Everything you might need. That's family-owned, community-minded, and always ready to help you knock your next project out of the park. That's McCormick Printing Impressions, where quality and service are always a home run. McCormick Printing right there in Tipton. As we listen to a little bit of rock and roll music, John Bon Jovi, they're in the Hall of Fame. I don't know how they beat REO Speedwagon to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. I sure hope that ends up happening. So stepping in for Bluffton was number 14, Griffin Morgan. He got 3 RBI a couple of at-bats ago. Cleared the bases with a double. First pitch in there for a strike. Breaking pitch to Griffin Morgan. 28 games this season, batting .372. Right-handed batter's box. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. He offered it that when he wished he had that swing back. Came up empty. He was outside. Count goes 0-2. To Griffin Morgan. He plays first base. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouls this one back to the screen. He'll stay in the box with that 0-2. Griffin Morgan, .456 on base percentage. For 28 games, 32 hits, 15 singles, 7 doubles, 1 triple, and 9 home runs. He leads the team in the home run department with 9. And just behind him is Axton Best with 8. The Bluffton Tigers have 25 collectively home runs this season. Here comes a pitch outside of ball. Count goes 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 14, Griffin Morgan. Right-handed batter's box. Working from the windup. Thierry. Pitch comes in. Full swing. Foul ball. Left of third base. They'll bounce off the foul fence into fair territory. We picked up by the left fielder, Trenton Williams. They'll throw it out of play. So 2-2 count once again. Grayson Crowder, he did take a shot as the catcher. Let me double check that. No, Griffin Morgan. Griffin Morgan pitched the first game against Central Catholic. Full swing, foul ball. Gloved right there by the third baseman, Carter Krause, in foul territory. So another 2-2 count. Griffin Morgan. 103 plate appearances, 86 at-bats entering this game. We're going to have a windup. 2-2 count. Here comes the pitch. We'll take a shot, a foul ball again. Just left of third base. It was a rocket. And I think the home plate umpire, he's got baseballs left. He puts it in the left side, accumulates on the left, moves one to the right pocket, and uses that for the next baseball to put into play. Now, a lot of them do it. So a 2-2 count again to number 14, Griffin Morgan. Working out the windup. Garrett Pierre, here comes the pitch. Going to foul another one. Back to the screen. So in the midst of a quality at-bat, regardless of how this at-bat ends up, 2-2 count again. First baseman, Griffin Morgan. Bluffton Tigers, first baseman. Give the signal. Garrett Pierre, here comes the pitch. Going to pop one up sky high. It's going to be playable. It's going to be a foul ball. They couldn't bring it in. So the ball lands, a foul ball. Giving it a look over there was left fielder Trenton Williams. Carter Krause might have had the best effort at it. It couldn't come up with a play. It's still a 2-2 count. And definitely new life right here for Griffin Morgan. Another 2-2 count. A lot of baseballs pitched here in this at bat. Garrett Piari. Here comes the wind. Here comes the pitch. Take a shot to left field. If it's fair, it's gone, and it is fair. Home run off the bat of Griffin Morgan right down the left field line. 315. He got a lot of that one. So Griffin Morgan increases his home runs to 10. So Griffin Morgan going to be there nationally at 10. And they get a high five of the whole team. It's a solo shot. And Griffin Morgan, they're going to jog out. And they're going to hand the ball off right there to number 32. It's going to be Carter Krause. Carter Krause going to get some warm-up tosses at the pitcher's mound. So top of the 7th inning, a home run. Left field line, it was sky high. Got every bit of that sweet spot on that aluminum bat. Jogged the bases. And I'm getting some warm-up tosses right now. For Lakeland is number 32, junior class member, Carter Krause. He's a third baseman. He's played third base most of this game. He'll pitch now. Right-handed pitcher. He also does catching for the Lakeland Lakers. So getting warmed up right there with Levi Cook. So nobody out. That was the first batter here in the top of the 7th inning. That was the 4-hitter, Griffin Morgan for Bluffton. Put on an aerial show for the crowd here watching this semi-state game. The winner of this game will play next week. They'll play either on Friday or Saturday. There'll be 2 games on Friday, 2 games on Saturday. But the IHSAA don't know when or who it's going to be. So they'll let the coaches know. They'll probably know tomorrow the order of games. And they'll let the coaches know. And then the coaches will let the players know. And then everybody else will become privy to what's going to happen next Friday and Saturday at Victory Field. So first pitch, Carter Krause, swing and a miss. In the batter's box, right-handed batter's box for Bluffton. Number 18, the 5-hitter, Abram Garrett. So working from the windup, here comes the pitch. The pop one up on the infield. Will be called for by the first baseman. They'll make the catch. That's Braden Holbrook. And there's one out here in the top of the 7th inning. So next batter will step in. We're going to see number 15, the 6-hitter, Easton Blair. Easton Blair playing right field in this ballgame for the Tigers. Left-handed batter. Peering in, looking to shake both feet on the rubber, close together. Glove in front of the chest. Here comes the wind. Here comes the pitch. Right across the dish. Strike called, and a good vertical frame by Levi Cook. So no balls, 1 strike. Working out of the windup. He'll step off the back. That opposite start foot. Right-handed pitcher, his opposite start foot would be his right foot. He'll step back on. No balls, 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. Breaking pitch, backdoor curveball for a strike. Count goes 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Abram Garrett, left-handed batter for the Bluffton Tigers. Here comes the wind. Here comes a pitch from Krause. Swung on. He'll foul this one. Left side in a hurry. He'll get into the bullpen. They've got a nice bullpen area just beyond both dugouts. They are secure. They've got nets over top of them to protect the catchers and pitchers. We're at Oak Hill High School. Here comes a pitch. He's going to take a base hit. Base hit into right field. Couple of bounces into the glove of Cruz Richard, and a base hit for Bluffton Tiger. It's Easton Blair. Easton Blair in the batter's box. And the next batter we're going to see is number 10, Grayson Crowder. Make an adjustment. Coach comes in, talks with the home plate umpire, and not quite sure. So stepping in, right-handed batter. Grayson Crowder. Runner at first base is Easton Blair. Easton Blair got himself aboard, a base hit to right field. He's very familiar with right field as the right fielder. Here comes a pitch. Crowder outside a ball. 1 ball, no strikes. Grayson Crowder. Crowder in 24 games, 77 plate appearances, 61 at-bats. Be batting .230. A right-handed batter's box, .364 on base. Next pitch in there for a strike. Might have been a breaking pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. A little bit off speed. So with 1 out, 1-1 count to the 7-hitter, number 10 for Bluffton, Grayson Crowder. Runner at first base is 1 out. We're going to have a stretch. Now the set. Here comes the pitch. Foul 1, right side. It'll go out of play. As mentioned, the net only goes from dugout to dugout. That's the first part of the dugout. It doesn't go the length of the dugout. They didn't put the net in front of the vision of the guys up on the 4-foot fence. They're all up on the fence. This is a big game for these young men. Working from the stretch, Carter Kraus. Out of stretch, you'll look at first. Now the set position. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. But hold up the swing. It's ball 2. They do a snap throw from Levi Cook to first base to Holbrook. Slide him back in safe. Still 1 aboard. So third base coach communicating with the first base coach. Bluffton Tigers. Peering in, looking at signals out of stretch. Now the set position. Carter Kraus, here's the pitch. Breaking pitch in there for strike 3. He'll go down looking, and he'll walk back to the dugout. There are 2 outs. So coach, third base coach, going to walk down. And I'm going to make an adjustment in the lineup. And in the lineup, getting ready to bat for the Bluffton Tigers is number 4, Trevor Smith. Trevor Smith played second base in the first game today. He was batted for, played a good second base position against the Knights. So we'll step in, right-handed batter's box. Number 4, Trevor Smith, in 26 games, 53 plate appearances, 40 at-bats. He's batting an even 200. Right-handed batter's box. First pitch. Strike called, outside half. Trevor Smith, an on-base percentage of .396. He's got 8 hits on the season. They're all singles. We're going to stretch. Now the set position. Here comes the pitch. Inside and low, ball 1. Trevor Smith is a member of the senior class. Bluffton Tigers. So steps back in, peering in, out of the stretch, looking for signals. Carter Kraus, now the set position. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. So 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs, 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out. 1-2 count to Trevor Smith. Pinch hitter here in the 7th inning. Top of the 7th for Bluffton. Modest lead at first base, out of set. Here comes the pitch. Strike 3, they're going to call him out. He'll go down looking. And there are 3 outs. So Bluffton, they leave 1 on base. They pick up 1 run in the top of the 7th. That 1 run was a home run off the bat of Griffin Morgan. He got every bit of it. Went down the left field line. The 3:15 mark. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. After 6.5, Bluffton Tigers, 8. Lakeland Lakers, 2. And they're going to play one of my favorite songs, Foreigner, from the Foreigner 4 album, Jukebox Hero. I used to do some public address, 7 years for Hamilton Heights. And the current football coach, he just got the job, Caleb Small. Caleb Small played some first base for the Huskies back in baseball days. He was on my son's team. Caleb Small was actually my son's best man at the wedding. But Caleb Small loved this song, so I played it about every game. Box Hero. And I will mention also, this game is in part being brought to you by Scott G. That's Scott Gashaw. Scott Gashaw, he says, when time is good, when you share, you should. Share and share alike. Support Indiana middle school and high school athletics. So we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. A little Lou Graham. Lou Graham is still touring. He's going to be at Shipshewana. I think he may have been there, but check the local listings. Lou Graham, a foreigner, he's going to be at Shipshewana. That's going to be his only trip to Indiana. Here comes a pitch from Arnold. Swung on, foul ball, out of play, right side. In the batter's box, the 8-hitter, number 2, Cruz Richard, plays right field for Lakeland. Cruz Richard in 25 games, batting .250. Next pick comes in, strike call. So no balls, 2 strikes. To Cruz Richard, he has a .418 on base percentage. Well, here comes a wind in the pitch from Arnold. Outside of ball. He's still bringing the fastball. He has gone the distance. We're now looking at signals out of the windup. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Outside ball 2. So Cruz Richard, the 8-hitter, 2-2 count. Bottom of the 7th inning, he's got a .418 on base percentage. 13 hits, 10 singles, 2 doubles, and 1 home run. Right-handed batter, here comes the 2-2 pitch. The foul, this one, right side, out of play. Staying in that batter's box, Cruz Richard. Cruz Richard, member of the junior class for Lakeland. Step back in. 2-2 count, working out a windup. Colton Arnold, here's the pitch. Foul ball. Right nearby. Stays in the field of play. Back to the backstop. The count remains 2-2. To number 2, Cruz Richard. For a 2-2 count, peering in, looking for signals. Colton Arnold. Washington Tigers. Here comes a 2-2 again. Outside ball 3. Cruz Richard in the midst of a quality at bat. He went down the count 0-2. Has fought him off. It's now a 3-2 count. Bottom of the 7th inning. Out of the windup, here comes a 3-2. Swung on, swing and a miss. So he'll go down swinging. Might have swung at ball 4. A little bit upstairs. There's 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So next batter going to step in for the Lakeland Lakers. It's going to be number 3, Cole Reel. He is the center fielder. One of the very best. Him and Dawson Lee and Coy Gick. Foul ball, out of play. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out. We're in the bottom of the 7th inning. Bluffton in front, 8-2. Looking out the windup, looking at signals. Here comes the wind. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Swung on. He'll take it to left field. Right at the left fielder. He'll back up, and he'll make the catch. Catch is made by Chandler Shaw in left field. There are 2 outs. So 2 outs. We're going to see the 1-hitter for Lakeland. Number 7, that's Kian Arroyo. He's the 1-hitter for Lakeland. And Arroyo, we'll mention, in 26 games, 106 plate appearances, 77 at bat. He leads the team in batting average with .468. Yeah, 36 hits, 33 are singles, 2 doubles, and 1 home run. He's also scored 40 runs, leads the team. Pitch comes in high for ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes to Arroyo. Step back in, right-handed batting. Here comes the wind. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. Swung on, ground ball. Over the pitcher's mound. It's going to go to second base. They'll throw it to first base. They'll get the put out. Abram Garrett to Griffin Morgan, and that will complete this semi-state ball game. Good two teams, definitely. Lakeland Lakers and the Bluffton Tigers. Bluffton Tigers win this one. Final score, Bluffton 8. Lakeland 2. The Bluffton Tigers will make arrangements to play either Friday or Saturday next week at Victory Field. They'll play for the Class 2A title 2026. We do thank you for tuning in. We thank you for your generosity. We thank Oak Hill for hosting these three contests today. And Coach, I should say, Athletic Director Ryan Fagan is out on the surface. He's gonna give the trophy to the Bluffton Tigers. But we're gonna bow out of here. We thank you for listening. We hope you'll tune in. Football season right around the corner, August 21st. Check your listings. A lot of football going to be had. And we hope you'll tune in. Listen to the Tipton Blue Devils this season from PutMeInSports.com. We thank you for listening. And no matter if you're home or away, if you're doing the teaching and the learning, don't let him go. Keep fire burning.